Hi friends, welcome to my channel CSC Acharyas. This is Narsimlu Madhuri. In this lecture, I am going to discuss about Express.js. What is Express.js? Why Express.js? How do we install Express.js in Visual Studio Editor? So, how to write the routing in Express.js. What are different routing paths we will write in the Express.js? Let me see one by one. What is Express.js? Express.js is a minimal and flexible Node.js web application framework that provide robust set of features for web and mobile applications. It is an open source framework developed and maintained by the Node.js Foundation. Express.js is a web application framework that provides a simple middleware APIs to build websites, web apps, and backends. With Express.js, we need not to worry about protocols, processes, and XRES. With Express.js, as there are numerous modules available on npm. What is npm? Npm is a node package manager which can be directly plugged into express.js. Express.js is maintained by the node.js foundation and numerous open source framework. Why express.js? Let me see why express.js. Express.js is easy, robust, and quick way to set up backends APIs. It is very flexible and pluggable. So if there is no Express.js in our application, suppose to develop any backend, so without Express.js, you have to write your own code to build a routing component, which is a time consuming and tedious task. Express.js offers simplicity, flexibility, efficiency, minimalism, and scalability to the programmer. That's why we will use Express.js in our application. So let me see how to install Express.js in our PC or in our machine or laptop. First of all, we should have the node and the npm which is installed in our PC. We have to check the versions on our machine. So then next, so we have to type the command to check the versions of node as well as npm in our machine. So since we need to continuous changes in our application every time, we not to restart the server again and again. So what we'll do, we can use we have to install to monitor our node. That is what auto monitor or auto reload using the following command, which is a this npm I node mon. This is a node monitoring and which will automatically monitoring the changes which we have done in the application. Then next, so what we'll do, so we have to initialize the npm using a following command. So npm init. So install express.js using this command npm I express save. Once we have followed all these commands, that express.js got installed into our Visual Studio editor. So I'll show you the first basic application through hands-on. What I'm doing, I'm just selecting new file. So my file name is app.js. So app.js, I'm saving this app on my PC. First of all, suppose to write a simple Express.js application, we have to import a required libraries into our application. So first of all, I have to install import library library into our application, so which is I'm just declaring constant express require require sorry require express. Now with this command, try to understand here. So we required express into our application to design or to implement any kind of express application. That's why we required express.js. So this is the module we have to use to import our express.js into our application. Then we have to create a instance for express. So this could be anything we can give here. This is the instance for express.js. Now in express.js, semicolon is not mandatory, it is optional for ending any statement here. This is a instance for express. So it could be anything, we can give any name here. There is a not only app, you can give anything here. So where we have to run our application, so here I'm going to run my application on port number 3000. I'm running my application on the port number 3000. Then we have to use the http methods for sending the request or fetching the data from the server or pushing the data into the server, or supposed to update the data in the server, supposed to delete any data from the server. So we'll use http request methods. So here what I'm doing, I'm using a method here, http get method I'm using here. This is the way get method. So app dot get, this method will take the parameters here. First is the URL here where you are routing the routing. So where you are routing, so that says that, so you are going to routing your app on the particular server, because the routing, it tells us uh, uh, how to run our application on the server. So this is a root one, so I'm not writing any string name here. Then next here, so I should use the objects request comma response here. Then arrow function, this is arrow function, either or else you can use the function also. Then I'm just running it here. Console, just printing the prompt message on the console window. You can use the console. So now what I'm doing here, I'm fetching the data from the server response res dot response dot send. So just I'm printing a message. This is my first Express application, which is going to be fetching the data from the server. Close it. Once you have written a method here, so we have to uh, start the app on a particular port number using a app dot listen, so which is going to listen on this port number, which is port comma, then I should use this arrow, supposed to just print the prompt message on the console window. I can use that console dot log console. I can use the literal to print the port number. Listening on, this is enabling our port at the time of printing port. it's going to be printing. So here I should go, I'll run it. So my app is ready. So where I have saved my file, I have saved my file in this particular. I should go to the respective directory here. Just bear with me. I'm going into the directory where I have saved in this route. Just a minute. This is yeah. Then cd hash go to that, then routes, then I'm running it using this command. So we have to run our application node app.js. So now it is running on the port number 3000. So just is running for some, it takes time here. Yeah, you are getting the message here, listening on port number 3000. Now, so there are two ways to see that message which has been coming from the server here. So either one thing is you can install an extension in our Visual Studio using a Postman, or else we can use the Thunder client. So now I'm using Thunder client. If Thunder client is not there in your Visual Studio, what you have to do? You should install that extension in your Visual Studio. I've already installed it in my yeah. You can see this Thunder client, the Postman. These two are tools for testing our APIs. Now I'm just selecting Thunder client here. Thunder client and Postman both are tools for testing APIs in a single window itself here. Now request, I'm just clicking on the request. Yeah, so now this is a default one. You had to change it to the, because I am running in my local host here, so which is running on the port number 3000. Local host 3000. Yeah, it is running my application because I didn't give any string URL here. You can give that string URL also here. Now what I'll do, I'll go to my app. Now I'm changing here. So I'm changing here app. Oh, sorry, I'll use users. I'm just changing it here. Now run this. I'm just running it. Yeah, it's running. Now go to the URL and check once. No, because this is not found in your app. We have to choose that URL users. Now you can see this is my first Express application. So this is a way to run a simple program in Express